Welcome to the State Farm Champions Classic. Coming to you live this year from the United Center here in Chicago. It is an ESPN Sonic blockbuster here in Game 2. The two winningest programs in the history. Kentucky just looking to break the ice here 3 minutes in. Thiero gets the friendly bounce.
Thiero actually got taller from last year to this year. He went from 6.
Tipped away by Jordan Burks, but Furphy has it for Kansas, and McCullough has it rejected by Justin Edwards. Wagner the rebound. Rob Dillingham, no look pass off to Mitchell, and one.
Furphy might have shot that ball a little bit quickly. That allowed, with the rebound, Kentucky to get out and see that this is a really good passing team. And Dillingham is so quick with the ball. I think in their testing, all of their, almost combine
feet away. Stolen by Shepard. And a great look ahead to Dillingham.
Kansas just got going a little.
Big Ten country, and they are booing Hunter Dickinson. Of course, 3 years at Michigan. Wide open Mitchell. He can knock that down, and he does.
What an answer by Kentucky.
Colors on Mitchell. Here comes the double.
Good pass out.
And the good extra pass. Open is Shepard.
Yeah, that double's just too slow. That's got to come quicker. Trey Mitchell saw that coming up the lane, so he's got space where the ball can go over the defender's head. He can just hold him off.
Deep one for Shepard, his second three of the night. And Kentucky's got the lead.
Help and then can play out of it because they've got a lot of good passers, good decision makers.
Here's Dillingham with a strong drive, floats it up and in.
Well, there's an example of him.
He's got that extra gear, doesn't he?
He is so quick with. That's a tough box out responsibility because Furphy's not as big and strong.
Nice reverse by Thiero. Boy, are they happy to have him back.
And whenever there's a ball reverse, Thiero puts the ball on the deck, gets to that right hand, just gets it right over the outstretched leg. There comes the double. Great cut from the corner.
Dillingham is open and knocks down a three.
Well, Jordan Burks made a great cut from the corner. You make your best points off the air.
Yes.
Arguably.
Dillingham, another one.
Well, he is feeling it. You remember so many Kentucky freshmen. I think Tyrese Maxey busted out.
You can see they've got some possibilities on this team.
No, they've got more shooters, more guys that can really score.
That's what we call a heat check, and he's still hot. That was serious depth.
Career a reluctant shooter, but he's a good shooter.
You know what's great about that? Again, as you say, he doesn't shoot much. He was starting to go back on defense before the ball went in. He knew it was going in, and now another one for Dillingham. Kansas in transition. They come up empty, and now here come the Cats running. Reeves steps into it. Yes! Kentucky is filling it up.
I think the questions about Kentucky's ability to shoot it from the perimeter have been answered by Dillingham and Reeves.
Kentucky has nine threes already in this game, and Rob Dillingham has 4 of them.
Well, and Kentucky have willing passers. Nothing on the baseline, kicking it out to Dillingham. Nobody picks up Dillingham, bringing it up. He's just able to walk into a shot. And then a little bit of a switch. He sees that he's got Hunter Dickinson on him, just backs up, and then Dillingham, you thought as hot as he is, he might have kept that, but he was willing to give it up on the right wing to a great shooter in Antonio. 4.5 turnovers a game, so it's not unusual. It's just unusual against this good of a team.
And unusual with such a young group as well. And they're all over the glass. If Thiero hadn't done it, Edwards would have.
Well, we talked about him being a good offensive rebounder.
McCullough no, and Adams knocks down Thiero.
I think Bill Self is frustrated with some of the shot selection, especially in transition by his loose with the ball. They've turned it over. Kentucky taking advantage of it. And just great board coverage. Thiero, I mean, he had to go backwards to catch that ball, showing that 6'11" wingspan. And
on the bucket, but they want to pound the ball inside every time they can. Reeves followed and slammed by Fierro.
This is what John Calipari wanted out of this young team. Get out there and ball. Play in. Good one for Hunter Dickinson on the last possession. He just missed it. But Kentucky is getting a much better quality of shot throughout the course of this first half. Initially, Kansas was very resolute to get the ball inside, but they've made some.
It's great too, but boy, Milt Wagner was terrific. And here's DJ. He's got a pretty bright future as well. In all likelihood, you'll have grandfather. Saved it to Jackson, who somehow didn't walk. And Kansas still has an opportunity.
Oh, what a block.
Wow, Mitchell a threat out there. Good shooter, good passer, does a lot of things well. Reeves got it.
Just the ball movement. And as soon as Jackson turned his back, and you can see that this beautiful form from Antonio Reeves, a Chicago kid, Simeon High School, started his career at Illinois State.
Drive them, and they're going to try to pound the ball inside. Each team understands what their advantage and disadvantages are. And Reeves right now is a big advantage for.
Right now, Kentucky has to get something going on the offensive end. Kansas has tightened up its defense. Kentucky not getting quite as many easy opportunities.
Reeves, boy, he had to work hard to get that shot off over a good.
Up a lob look. And I think he was talking there. They want to run a play next time down. They call it 4 up. That's probably KJ Adams at the elbow. He is a really good athlete.
Kansas by 3. Not for long. Reed Shepherd ties it.
Well, you go under to get Kentucky to make a mistake, and a great cut by KJ Adams on that Nash dribble into the basket.
And the 7th assist of the night for Harris to go with 15 points. That'll go somehow for Fierro, who's now got 16.
And John Calipari asking for the foul on the stick back.
Protocol after a hard fall in Kentucky's first game of the season. Ooh, wow. That was read beautifully by Mitchell. And initiating the contact and finishing is Reeves.
Right, DeJuan Harris had lobbed that ball up for Parker Brown to get a lob. Mitchell just knocked it right back. Usually that'd be, he read that perfectly. And then Marco Jackson backpedaling, and Antonio Reeves took advantage of it. That's just a fantastic play by Trey Mitchell.
Looked like a volleyball play there by Trey Mitchell.
Nice spike to start the fast break. Dickinson bigger, does a good job of reaching over the top and keeping that ball alive. Good drive.
And the lead is now 6.
Kansas tried to jump that ball screen and allowed Reed Shepherd to refuse it and get all the way to the rim. And John Calipari, with an empty Dunkin' Donuts card, is enjoying it.
In 4th. Each team a couple of times looked like it might take the lead and just kind of run away with it, but give this young Kentucky team credit. Kansas made a push. Kansas took the lead here in the second half, and the Cats have responded again.
Well, Marco Jackson needed a 4,
and they've still got a 6-point lead. Dickinson has it rejected by Mitchell.
Left Harris wide open, and you just can't dare him to shoot. He had plenty of time. He doesn't get that much time in a horse game. What a great move by Antonio Reeves.
Well, 2 freshmen in the game for Kentucky, Wagner and Shepherd. Wagner somehow gets all the way to the rim but can't finish. But we've got a foul going against Kansas.
And Trey Mitchell right there to tip it in. Just got hit and maybe undercut a little bit.
Boy, Dickinson better be careful here. He is really giving an earful to Terry Oglesby
here.
1 of 2, 1-point game. 4 for his feet.
Well, he's just so good getting into your body and locking the defender to the floor.
Reeves short, offensive rebound. 1 minute. Final minute of regulation.
No need to be in a rush here, and you don't need to have a 3.
Reeves will try one. Dickinson down with a rebound, his 21st of the night.
Kentucky does not have to foul. They can play this out. I think Kansas has to look to get the ball inside again. draw a foul.
Looks like Bill Self wants to call the timeout. He just told Ron Gruber that with 13 on the shot clock and 32 on the game clock. Recovery fund.
Screen and rescreen from Hunter Dickinson. Now he's down in the low post.
Shot clock's at 1. And that's a shot clock violation on the Jayhawks.
Well, not very.
Dillingham to bring it up. Reeves, they surround him, off to Mitchell. Shepard forces it up, comes up empty.
I don't get that.
Wow.
They tried to run a little fade screen, rescreen for Antonio Reeves on the right side. But when Mitchell
Free throw line.
He had some good minutes against Manhattan. Long arms, good defender. So that makes it a 2-possession game, and absent something bizarre happening, that pretty much puts this out of reach.
Five-point game. Reeves gets it off. And that is going to do it. Heck of a basketball game here tonight between Kansas and Kentucky, and the Jayhawks emerged victorious in a hard-fought affair by a score of 89-84. That was a fun 40 minutes of basketball.
A really well-played game. But as well as Kansas played to win it, you have to respect the effort of this young Kentucky team. Really impressive. And when they get their big guys back, it's going to be a formidable team. Boy, the SEC is going to be a fist fight all year.
Yep.